Hi guys, good morning. Good morning guys. Am I audible? Yeah guys,
Yes,
class is there today. Actually myself too late today. Sorry for that. So suddenly I went to temple with family. Okay. At exact time I planned to reach here, but in middle my bike stopped. So that's why some time delay happened. So sorry for that. And it is like this won't be repeated. Don't worry about this one guys. Okay, so here we will discuss our concept guys today about the Django architecture guys. Django architecture. Okay, so in the last session, Django project how to creating, that is we discussed. Okay, today architecture, Django architecture we will discuss guys. Okay, now so wait. So in the last session guys, here to creating the Django project, first of all we need to be install the Django module guys. Like this, whatever the version you want you can install, otherwise latest version you can install. After installing Django-admin.py file coming into our local system. Okay, wherever Python software is there, they're available guys. So now by using this Django-admin.py, we can create the Django project guys. Okay, what is the use of admin file? Django admin file means for creating the Django project. Okay, how to creating? Hence, this is the command guys. Django-admin start project. This is the fiction name and followed by project name. Whatever you want, you can take it. This is user defined name. Program to program can change it. So after creating this project guys, you are going to get this project folder, this name as a folder you are getting guys. It is like a normal folder. In this folder one manage.py Python file you are getting, and one demo project, like this is Django project. This is actual Django project guys. Okay, now in this project 5 files you are going to be getting by default. Later, depending on our requirement, we can add other files also. That is, I'll tell separately. Okay. After creating this demo project, next we can create application for this demo project. If you want to create application, this file is the responsible. Manage.py is the responsible file for creating the Django application. Okay. So that's why we need to redirect into the demo project folder. Then we are getting the manage.py file. That's why by using the change directory, cd means change directory command, we are going to be changing the directory into demo project. So right now our cursor is available in this demo project. Here manage.py file is available guys. Here. So now in this we are going to execute this command. Python manage.py start app followed by app name. Whatever you want, you can take it app name. So now this application guys, parallel to this project, you are going to get like a folder. You're going to get like a folder. In this folder again subfolder migrations folder, and 6 more files you're going to be getting guys. 6 more files you're going to be getting. Okay, these all are the files. So like this, after creating basic project and application, then these all files combination we are going to be getting guys. So most of the times regularly we are using these two files guys, settings and URLs. Settings and URLs, models we are using, admin and views we are using. Okay, so these files most of the times regularly we are using. Remaining all files interlinked each other only. Okay now, come on, so far up to here all people okay? This basic project creating and application guys. Is it clear all of you? Yes. So n number of times we are going to do practically like this, then slowly we'll understanding 100%. Don't worry. So after installing the Django, guys, this file we are getting, and after creating the project, this file we are getting. Difference between these two files asking people. So we need to give these small benefits, guys. I mean, differences between these two we are giving. First difference is, so after creating the Django project, the Django-admin file coming. After creating application manage.py file coming. That is the difference, one difference. And Django-admin is after installing the Django module you are getting. Okay. So manage.py file after creating the project we are getting. After creating the project we are getting, guys. Okay. So this is for creating project. This is for creating application purpose. This file when coming means after installing the Django. This file when coming means after creating the project. Next, where Django-admin available means in Python software location available. Where manage file available means wherever we created our project. Okay, that is called base project or base folder. Okay, root folder or base project. Inside that available. Okay, now? Yes. Next, after that, guys, we need to be create a code, guys. If you want to create a coding, Python related coding or Django coding, whatever. So we required any editor or IDEs, guys. So editors means these all we are calling editors only. Notepad plus Edit plus Nano, IDLE. After installing the Python, this is coming by default, IDLE. So at the time of learning Python, guys, so many people 70 to 80% people doing practice with IDLE only. Okay. So this is for only testing purpose and basic Python related we are using. But real time development using these editors we are not doing, guys. Using IDEs we need to do. Okay. We are doing in the real time coding using IDEs, integrated development environments. Okay. So we have so many IDEs in real time like PyCharm, Sublime Text, Atom, Eclipse, NetBeans, Visual Studio Code, like so many. Okay. So generally, guys, Eclipse, NetBeans, these things using Java side people. This is not rule, but Java side, the people who are learning Java, those people are installing the Eclipse or NetBeans and doing the practice. The people who are learning the .NET, then those people are installing and using this Visual Code Studio. And the people who are learning Python, then those people can install these things, guys. PyCharm, Sublime Text, whatever. Okay. So PyCharm is mainly designed for Python development. PyCharm is mainly designed for Python development. Okay. So whatever you are compatible, already if you know any about these IDs, anyone, you can use that one. Okay. In our session, I'm going to tell about the PyCharm, this ID. So open the Google Chrome, download PyCharm. You can press it, guys. Type it. Two versions there: community version, professional version, and download what version? Downloading what version? So downloading the professional version, not community version. Okay. So guys, PyCharm related versions not a matter. Okay. Keep it is updating. Okay, 2.0, 2.3 like that something. PyCharm related, IDs related. This version not a problem. So whatever you are finding, that is you can download. Always latest one you are getting. But types there, community version, professional version, only two types there. Community don't download. Professional version download. That is my suggestion. Using community version, only pure Python we can do it, guys. Using community version, only pure Python development we can do it, guys. See here, two versions you are going to be getting here. This one. So pure Python development, and it is a free open source. One time you are downloading means n number of days you can use it. But for developing the web applications, professional version required. Front end related, back end related, database related, all together we can develop using professional. But this is not a free, guys. This is a paid version. But a free trial there. Free trial means 30 days working. After 30 days, only 30 minutes working it is. If you are trying to use, Okay, 30 minutes only opening and closing automatically. Then after 30 days, what we need to do means uninstall and again download, install it. So again 30 days working. This process taking a matter of 10 minutes time, guys. It's a matter of 10 minutes downloading and installing. Okay, instead of paying the dollars of money. Okay, after downloading one exe file coming, and by clicking double clicking as next, you're going to be installing properly. PyCharm installation steps, you can type it, then you will get it. Okay, now? See guys, when you are downloading, you are going to get like this version number. Somebody is asking here version related. So 14th September 2021. This is October, hence 15 days back, or else maximum 20 days back. This is released. Okay, na? So like keep releasing, guys. We don't know what versions released exactly like that. So this version not a matter. I'm telling. Simply PyCharm downloads, PyCharm professional download. You can do it. That's enough. Okay, na? So official documentations there, the PyCharm related. So you can read official documentation, PyCharm documentation. Okay, then you are going to get all the versions related, and also here installation instructions there, guys. You can follow the instructions, then you will get it. Something blah 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 something. Okay, so this is not a matter. Easily will understanding. Try to download today at least. Yesterday I explained. Today at least try to download and install it. Okay, if any problems there, I will explain it. Okay, so watch the YouTube, then easily you will understanding. If you are getting more doubts, that's it. Okay, guys. So finally, assumption, you downloaded and installed PyCharm. Assumption in your system. Now you have PyCharm like this, guys. This is the PyCharm. This is a PyCharm. So here, n number of lines of code we can write. See multiple files. At the time of doing the Python practice, guys, a single file you are working. But here all these files, nothing but here there. So many files. These all files connecting together. You don't worry. I'll tell about these all things. I'll tell about these all things. Okay, now? Yes. Now, next. Now my point is, guys, Django architecture we need to be discussing. So why need to discussing architecture means here lot of files coming, guys, after installing. So project name and application, a lot of files coming here. Okay, these all files how interconnecting each other. First we need to discuss. There are so many files there, but one architecture there, important topics there, four files, important four files there. About those four files, first we need to get good clarification. Based on that architecture only, up to end of the day, we are going to be developing application. Okay, na? Architecture means planning, guys. What we need to do, what, how it is doing, like everything. For example, you are deciding to build one new home, guys. Okay, you are going to be constructing your new home. So before going to be constructing, guys, a home, we are taking the planning from engineers. We are taking the planning from engineers. Which side bedroom required, which side kitchen room required, which side hall required. Okay, like him. Then according to planning, workers are going to be, finally we are getting a beautiful house according to our planning. Different structure they are going to be designing. Okay, they are going to be constructing workers. Finally we are not satisfying. If we are not satisfying means we are not going to be collapsing that house. Am I right? That's why planning is important. So to developing the Django applications, Django providing one planning, guys, one architecture providing. Follow the architecture and do the development. Then you will understanding more easily how to developing, and execution flow also, where to where it is going, like everything we will understanding. Okay. So here important question is what is what is Django? What is Django architecture? What is Django architecture? Okay. So can you explain, guys? Can you explain? Can you explain about Django architecture? Django architecture. This is the question you are going to get most of the times, guys. When you are attending the interviews, so tell me about yourself. That is the must be common question, 100% common question. That so 70 to 80% next this question you are getting. What is Django architecture? Can you explain about Django architecture? Okay. So means interview person trying to understanding. Do you know basic idea about the Django or not? If you know, if you knows about Django architecture, then interview person planning to ask some questions about the Django. Okay, guys. So now, what is Django architecture? Means Django follows, guys. Django follows Django follows MVT architecture. Django follows MVT architecture, guys. Where 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 M stands for models, guys. This is for database logics, purpose. Okay, and V stands for views, and this is for business logics purpose, guys. And T stands for templates. This is for presentation logics purpose. Okay, so models is for database logics writing purpose, views for business logics purpose, and T is for templates. T for templates, it is for presentation logics purpose. Okay, so I told guys already previously, if you want to designing any application real time, three layers required. One is database layer, another one is business layer, another one is presentation layer. Okay, so here database logics, guys. Database logics, if you want to be handling, then this model concept is must be required, guys. This model concept must be required. Understanding? Okay. Next, business logic. What we want to do, what we don't want to do. After login, where we want to go. For login, what is required. Like these all logics we are writing inside the views, guys. Inside the views we are writing. Entire logics, guys, way to where we want to go. That is writing inside the business logics only. And our application related presentation, guys. Presentation, nothing but like a registration page, login page. Okay, after registration, where we want to go, like this. From the user, taking the input. Okay, taking the input from the user and need to store into the database purpose. Presentation logics required, guys. Presentation logics required. To developing this presentation logics code, we are going to use templates, guys. Okay, any application if you are taking these three layers important: database layer, backend layer, business layer, and the presentation layer. Understanding all of you? This is MVT. This is MVT architecture. So if you want to be writing the database related logics as a developer, at least we need to know one database knowledge. Okay, that is MySQL DB. We will discuss at least. Okay, and if you want to write this business logics, guys, at least one language. That language already you chose Python, and the Python related framework. That is the Django framework. That is Django framework. Python plus its framework Django. Python plus its framework Django. We need to learn. If you are learning, guys, .NET, C# learning, ASP.NET, MVC framework learning here. Java, guys, core Java learning here. Next, core Java, advanced Java learning here. And next, Spring, Hibernate, Struts, like a number of frameworks we need to learn. For Python related, guys, Python you are learning here. Python related framework Django, enough. And next, presentation logics writing purpose, guys. Presentation logics purpose. HTML required, CSS required, Bootstrap required. Okay, like this, n number of concepts, UI related concepts we need to be discussing. This all together in our Django course we will discuss, guys. Python we are not discussing, guys. Python related concepts we will use inside the Django. Okay, about the database I'll tell. Okay, to performing CRUD operations, creating, updating, deleting, reading data. Okay, like this. And HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, these all things I'll take care for creating registration page, login page, logout page. Okay, and the contact form, update form, like these kind of things developing purpose. Come on, this is understanding. Is this understanding, guys? All of you? MVT. So next, Django follows MVT architecture, guys. Other languages there, Java and .NET. Okay, so other languages like Java and .NET, guys. Java and .NET follows MVS, MVC, guys. MVC architecture. MVC architecture. Java and .NET follows MVT architecture, whereas Django follows MVT architecture. Sometimes, guys, sometimes MVT versus MVC asking, guys. MVT versus MVC. Difference between MVT and MVC asking. Sometimes. So we need to give some basic clarification. Django follows MVT architecture, whereas Java and .NET follows the MVC architecture, where MVT stands for the model, views, and templates. Where MVC stands for, guys, model, okay, and models for database logics only, and views for this is the views, guys. Views for here presentation logics purpose, guys. Presentation logics, presentation logics purpose, and the C stands for controllers, controllers, controller. Okay, C stands for controller, and this is for business logic purpose, guys. Business logics purpose. Okay, this is we are telling as MVC, model views controller architecture. So where M stands for database. Okay, M stands for models, which is for database logics. V for views, used for presentation logics. C for controller, used for business logics. Okay, you need to tell, guys. So when interview person asking, guys, immediately you can explaining here, guys. Okay, so this one you can explaining. So in the Django and the Java, guys, M stands for models. Both are used for database logics only. Database means for creating, updating, like all the interacting, guys. And in our Django, V stands for views. Using the views, business logics of our application we will write. But in Java and .NET, V stands for views only, which is used for presentation logics purpose. In Django, views using for business logics, but in the Java or .NET, views using for presentation logics, UI technologies. Okay, and in Django, guys, templates we are using for presentation logics, but in the Java controllers they are using for business logics. Okay, now, so now can see, guys, simply here. So presentation logics purpose in the Django templates we are using, but in the Java views we are using presentation. Okay, business logic purpose in Django we are using views. Okay, but in the Java they are using the controllers. In both languages, guys, models used for database logics purpose only. Models used for database logics purpose only. Okay, now. So is it clear? And now, guys, here Java, the people who are learning Java and .NET, those people are going to discussing about MVC architecture. We are not Java developers, so no need. We are the Django developer, so we need to discuss about the MVT architecture with diagrammatically flow structure, guys. Where to where it is going, that is we will discuss now. Okay, now I hope now so far understanding all of you. Okay. So now MVT architecture we will discuss, guys. One big diagram I'm going to be planning, guys. Here I'm going to be writing. Okay. So guys, anyone here having after 11 class? I will continue after 11 also sometime to explaining this architecture. Anyone having class? Give reply here after the 11. After the 11. Why means today some lately I joined. Okay, I need to plan this architecture also today session only. I planned that one also. Okay. Now you can see, guys. So first this is a browser, guys. Assumption this is a browser, and this one is a Django project, guys. Just assumption this one is a Django project. And next here database there, guys. Database there. So presentation related browser and backend related Django and database related presentation, guys. Three layers important always. Okay, now here database, guys. So record record 1, record 2, record 3, record 4, record 5, like some data is there, guys. Employee number, employee name, salary, like that. Some records of data available. Okay. Next, this entire one we are calling Django project, guys. This is we are calling Django project. Okay. Now this is we are calling the browser, guys. This is we are calling the browser. So from the browser, guys, we are sending the URL, guys. We are sending the URL. Okay, HTTP column slash slash localhost, like something we are typing, guys. Simply I'm going to take 8000 slash FB slash, like that. FB GM. FB means Facebook. GM means Gmail. Okay. UT means YouTube. Simply like assumption, guys. Okay. So now in this Django project, guys, majorly 4 files there. First remember, later I will explaining. Okay, first see, guys, what are the files there, how we are writing coding, like that. URL.py, this one. Next, here, next here, views.py, guys. Views.py, and next here, templates folder, guys. Templates folder, and next here model file, guys. Model file, simply models.py. Okay, these 4 files are very important, guys. One url.py, one views.py, one models.py, one templates folder. This is a folder, guys. Templates is a folder, not .py file. So in this templates folder, some HTML files we are maintaining. Login.html, register.html, home.html, like that. HTML files we are maintaining, guys. So assumption gm.html means Gmail HTML. Next, guys, fb.html means Facebook related HTML. Like a number of HTML there assumption. Okay. Now in the url.py, guys, all our project related URLs we are maintaining. For example, gmail.com, facebook.com, youtube.com, amazon.com, flipkart.com. These all are URLs. So URLs we are going to be maintaining inside the url.py. url.py, guys. So URLs, guys, generally using the path method we are creating. So inside the path method, first parameter is URL, second parameter is the view name, guys. Syntax. syntax that one. Using the path method, URL name comma view name, like we are writing guys. Syntax remember. Okay. So simply I'm going to write URL name and view name guys here. Path method, these all things later programmatically I will show you. So now here one admin slash URL by default there. This is calling admin site guys. Okay. So simply blah 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 assumption. Next guys here Facebook URL is there. Facebook or GM guys. So for example GM slash there means Gmail. So now we are going to be calling GM view guys. Gmail view. Okay. Now here Facebook related guys. FB slash. So now FB view guys. Nothing but Facebook view. Okay. So URL comma view name guys. URL name comma view name like that. Okay. All these views guys. All these views available inside the views.py file. Simply one point remember, a view is nothing but a Python function. Python function means using the def keyword we are writing guys. Am I right? Python functions using the def keyword we are writing. Python classes using the class keyword we are writing. So now functions remember. So def keyword followed by function name guys. Def followed by function name we are writing in the functions. View is nothing but a function only. So now view name we are going to be writing. So gm view guys. GM view something blah 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 is there. Okay. Now here logics whatever you want you can write guys. Whatever you want you can write it. Okay, now this one. So next guys another view like n number of views we can write guys. Def FB view guys. Def FB view. So now here and now we can take it here n number of lines logics guys. N number of lines logics taking. Okay, like later these logics all these things we will create guys. So all views inside the views.py we are writing, all URLs inside the url.py we are writing, and model related code guys. Model code simply model code guys we are writing inside the model.py. Okay, these are the 4 files majorly we are developing guys. And in the Django settings file which database you want to connect, these all things available here. So now guys this model is used for interacting with the database guys. Okay, this model is responsible to interact with the database and getting the data back. Okay, so model to database communication using the ORM queries we are going to do guys. Using the ORM queries using the ORM queries guys. ORM queries simply request sending and response getting guys. This is a request guys. This is a request and this is a response. Okay, via the what? Via the ORM queries. Via the ORM queries communicating. So model to database guys. In the database employee table there, for example, employee table communicating and performing the data operations. Okay, this model is a big chapter guys. Later what is model, what is the use of model, where creating model, how creating, how table creating, these all big session model guys. Almost 8 to 9 projects 8 to 9 projects we are going to be performing using the models related only. Okay, so by using the Django models concept we can communicating the database guys. We can communicating the database to performing the CRUD operations. Means CRUD means guys creating, updating, reading, deleting. create, update, read, delete from database tables. Okay. Next guys, after developing this entire project, we need to run this server. We need to run this server guys, using the run server command running. Okay. So after running the server guys, after running the server from the browser, we need to send URLs guys. After running the server of this project from the browser, we need to send URL. We need to send URL. So URL related response coming or not, we need to be check it. Okay, now? So just assumption entire your Django project is running. Then from the browser you are sending the URL guys. FB slash. Then from the browser first our request reaching to Django project guys. First request reaching to Django project. From this Django project to URLs reaching guys. First reaching the project level url.py project level. Okay, now? So now guys, finally we are going to get the response from the Django. Response we are going to get back to the browser guys. Okay. So here this is called sending the request guys. Sending the request and getting the response. Sending the request, getting the response from the browser guys. From the browser sending request into the browser getting the response. Okay. So from the browser, whenever we are sending the request, that request first reaching the project level url.py. From top to bottom, guys, from top to bottom, is there any URL is matching or not checking? Okay, my URL name is FB, guys. This FB is matching with admin or not checking, not matching. This admin is matching with a Gmail or not checking, not matching. This FB is equal to FB URL, yes, matching. This is matching, guys. This is matching. Okay, now all of you. So simply from the browser, whenever we are sending the URL, first it is reaching to url.py, top to bottom one by one checking. Whatever the URL is matching, that corresponding to view executing, guys. Whatever the URL is matching, corresponding to view executing. If Facebook sending, Facebook view. If Gmail sending, Gmail view, like that. Okay. Yeah. Now all the views available in the views.py file. First cursor going to the views.py file, guys. Views.py file. Now with this name, guys. With this name, is there any view name or not checking? With this view name. Okay. So okay. Now all the views, guys, inside the views.py file we are writing by using the def keyword. So view 1, view 2, like n number of views we created, guys. We can create. So with this name, guys, FB view, with this name, top to bottom checking, matching or not, not matching. Again coming and checking here, matching. If it is matching, then it is going to be executing. If it is matching, then it is only going to be executing, guys. All of you? Yeah. All of you understanding? So from the views.py file, this requested view is available or not checking. If available, that is going to be executing. From top to bottom, doing that one only, guys. Okay. So now FB view is matching here, guys. FB view is matching here. This view related logic executing. This view related logic executing. Cursor jumping into, guys. Cursor jumping into views, whatever you want, you can do it. Okay, now this is one flow, guys. This is one flow. And next, from the views, guys, URL file I can communicate, model file. From the views, directly model file can communicate. Okay. So all the views related logics inside the views.py file we are writing, guys. So whenever this view is matching in the url.py, that URL is available or not checking in the views.py file. If not available, then returns error, guys. Returns error to the browser. If available, then going to be using that one, guys. Okay. So remember. Now, whenever this view is matching here, guys, this view sending the request to the model to get the data. Okay, so view guys, sending the request, sending the request to the model to communicating the database. Then ORM code is interacting the database and getting data back, guys. Getting data back. Now that response, guys. Now that response. Now that response, we are going to save into browser database, guys. Or browser, wherever you want, you can return. So my diagram is gone. Unfortunately, I pressed one shortcut key. That's why entire diagram is gone. Okay, no problem. I will share you one structure here. This one. So now can see, guys, I told this one. So this entire one is a Django project. So here URLs we are writing in the URL.py. In the view.py, views we are writing. And in the model.py, models code we are writing. How to writing models code, I'll tell. Separate section there about the model. Just remember, in the templates folder, HTML files we are writing. HTML files we are writing, guys. Okay, now? Guys, please keep mute your speaker. Please keep mute your speakers. Somebody is unmuted. So Sheikh Jabir, please keep mute, sir.
Okay.
Noise coming to me. So yeah, now from the browser, guys, from the browser, after running this entire project, so this entire Django project having some URLs, assumption, having some views, okay, having some templates, having some models also. All together we developed assumption. Now we are running the server. After running the server from this browser, we are going to send the URL, guys. We are going to send the URL. So Facebook URL I sent, guys. Facebook. First request reaching to the project level urls.py. Okay. Now here matching or not checking. This is the last endpoint URL, guys. So Facebook is matching with YouTube, not Gmail, not here Facebook, yes, matching. So this URL is matching, guys. If any URL is matching, then corresponding to view executing, corresponding view executing. If any URL is matching, if no URL is matching, guys, so requested resource, requested URL not matching, like error getting here only. Okay, one URL matching Facebook. Then our cursor jumping to the views.py. So in this views.py, guys, Facebook view name is there or not checking. First one not matching, second one not matching, third one matching, guys. Third one matching. Okay. So whatever the view matching, inside that view our request going, guys. Inside that view our request going and performing the logics. Performing the logics. Okay. Our view, guys, our view responsibility is what? View receiving the request, processing that request, generating the response, return that response back to the browser. This view receiving the request, finally return response back, guys. Return response back to the browser. That is one flow, guys. That is one flow. Okay. And our view, guys, this is the view matching, guys, finally, because of this URL. Because of this URL. So our view sometimes interacted with models to managing the database, guys. Via the model we are communicating database and getting back response, and that response we are giving to the data, we are giving to the views program. Okay. Simply, so our view sometimes responsible to communicating with models to managing the database logics. Our view sometimes interacted with templates to managing the presentation logics. Our view taking the templates, guys. Our view communicating the templates. Our view communicating the templates to managing the presentation. To managing the presentation. Okay. Now our view file guys, from the view communicating the HTML template and template giving response back to the view. Now view sending this response back to the browser. This is the one way guys, multiple variation there. So whenever our view calling one template guys, then directly this template going to give response back to the browser, response back to the browser. Okay. Yes. And next guys, our view guys, our view always interacted with models guys, URLs guys. URL calling the view name, URL calling the view name. Okay. All views, all views available under the view.py file, inside the view.py file. Okay. Next, our views guys, our views interacted with other views, our views interacted with other views to exchanging the information guys. One view related input, also one view related response as input to the other view can learning here, can learning here. Okay now? So this is called MBT architecture guys. So final intention is from the browser whenever we are sending the URL, this last URL guys, Facebook is the endpoint URL. Up to port number we are calling base URL. Okay now? Yes. So final topic is views only guys. Our major code available inside the views only. Our views responsible to communicating the models, to managing the database logics guys. Our views communicating to templates, to managing the presentation logics. Our view interacting with another view guys. Our view redirecting to other view, to exchanging the information, to exchanging the information. One view to another view we can communicate. Okay. Yes. So all the logics are done by inside the view only. This is about the architecture guys. Simply about the view I'm telling, can see guys here. So view concept, view concept. Okay. So a view guys, a view is a Python function guys. A view is a Python function. A view is a Python function or a Python class. A view is a Python function or a Python class. Python function means guys, using the def keyword we are writing, followed by function based view name guys. Function based view name followed by a request guys. Okay. So this is user defined name, anything you can take it guys. User defined name, anything you can take it. For understandable purpose, function based view name like I'm taking. Okay. And now here, whatever the logics you want, you can take it for function based views. Okay. Next guys, view is a Python class also I told. So in the Python classes we are going to create using the class name. So class based guys, class based view name, class based view name of anyone free defined view name guys. Anyone free defined view name we need to write. Okay, now here logics what you want, you can create logics. Okay, function based views. A view is a Python function or a Python class. Python function or a Python class. Python functions by using the def keyword we are writing. Python classes by using the class keyword we are writing guys. Class keyword we are writing. Okay. Python function or a Python class. So next, a view guys. A view is taking. A view is taking. View taking what guys? So a view is taking a request as a request object guys. Request as an input. A view is taking a request as input and response giving as a output guys. And taking request as input guys. Input and processing request, processing request and generating is generating response. Generating response. This is the process. Okay, generating response, and finally returns response. This is the view behavior, guys. A view is a Python function or a Python class. This view taking the request as input and the process that request, finally generating the response, return this response back to the browser. Okay, so simply, guys, you can take, this is a view, guys. This is a view. So this view taking the request from the user or from the browser, something. Okay, so, so request, guys, this is the request, and here process going, guys. Based on the request, some process going, and finally we are going to get what? Response. We are getting what? Response, guys. Okay, view taking the request, processing that request here, processing that request, generating the response. That response return back to the browser or somewhere. That is the view, guys. This view dividing like two types, guys. Type 1, type 2. Type 1 is a function based views. Type 2 is a class based views. Okay, the point. So now here views, views dividing, guys. Views dividing. Okay, views dividing like two types in Django. Views dividing like two types of Django. One is function based view name. Function based view, guys. Function based views. Another one is class based views. Function based views and class based views. Okay, a view is a Python function or a Python class. View is taking the request as input and processing that request and giving the response, guys, and return that response also. Now in Django, guys, views dividing like two types. One is function based views, another one is class based views. Function based views using the def keyword followed by view name with request object writing and corresponding logics. Class-based views using the class keyword followed by class-based name followed by predefined view names we are writing, and we will write the logics. The syntax, all the things slowly you will understanding. Don't worry. Okay, come on up to here. Give one confirmation, guys. So about the views, some basic points. Are you understanding or getting confusing? Are you understanding? Give confirmation. So what is ORM? Somebody is asking here. So we have big session. I'll tell about that. Simply ORM is a object relational mapping, guys. From Django to database, if you want to connect for getting data, for updating, for deleting, ORM layer is there. Django providing. By using ORM layer, we are writing some queries. I want to get data query. I want to delete data one query. Okay. So those queries we are calling ORM queries. Later you will get it, guys, slowly. Yes. So now these all things completing, guys. So next, guys, if you want to execute this view, guys, first of all, Python functions you can see def f1, I'm writing, and print hi I'm writing, So if I'm executing this program, guys, this code, am I going to get output? Am I going to get output? Let me know in the confirmation chat box. Am I going to get output if I'm creating F1? See, coding is correct. Line by line executing. First line, syntactically correct or not checking. Yes, correctly there. Second line, print statement. Okay, no problem. But only coding wise correctly there are not only checking. Output we are not getting, I see here. Output we are not getting. This is the function declaration, function body, guys. Function definition. When this function is going to be executing, whenever we are calling the function, this statement must be required. This statement we are calling function calling. This is the function definition. After defining the function, we need to call this function calling. Function calling. So whenever calling this function, now jumping to here, inside that function, what lines they're executing. Okay. So after the function calling only, then we are getting the output. Whenever we are calling the function, then we are getting the output. Same like now here, this is a function based view, and this is also a class based view. Simply nothing but like a views nothing but like a functions. Remember. So when these functions are executing, means whenever we are calling these functions, okay, here, same like these views, guys. These are the views. Whenever we are calling these views, then we are getting the response. Whenever calling, then this view related logic executing, this class related logic executing. How do we call? How do we call? So this views code, guys, inside the views.py we are writing inside the views.py, and next, guys, inside the urls.py, inside the urls.py, this we are going to be creating URLs to executing these views. Okay, by sending one URL we are calling one view, guys. We are getting one view. So now here URLs you can create, simply using path method, using path method URLs we are creating, guys. Simply FBV means function based views. So now here, guys, function based view name going to be calling. Okay, next, guys, path of path of so class based view, guys, CBV, class based views calling purpose, class based view names we are writing. That's it. Okay. So if it is a class based views, guys, if it is a class based views, if it is a class based views, class based view name dot as underscore view, this one also required. Okay. So views available inside the views, guys, views dot we are writing. That's it. So now check it in the views file, guys. Function based view there, and class based view there. Okay, and in the URLs, guys, one URL is there, FBV, to call the function based view. So whenever sending this URL from the browser FBV slash, then inside views, nothing but this one, guys. Inside views, we have view name is function based view name, nothing but this one. Okay, this is going to be calling from the browser. Whenever sending this URL, this is going to call this view. Inside this view, guys, what are the logics there? What are the logics there? Those are logics executing. Those are logics executing. Okay. So next, if it is a class based view, guys, then path method we are using, class based URL we are writing, and the views dot view name dot as underscore view is required. If it is a function based view, guys, views dot view name enough. If it is a class based view, views dot view name dot as underscore view. So function based views and class based views, difference while calling the URLs, guys, as underscore view only. As underscore view there means that is a class based view. Without as underscore view means that is a function based view. We are getting understanding. Okay, Ram? Again, coming days also I will tell about these all things. Right now about the views I'm giving over you. Come on, give confirmation. Is it understanding? These views. These views, guys. Hmm. Okay. Last 2 points only, guys. About this one only, and we will stop this session. Okay. Now you created, guys. We creating these views, and to executing these views URLs we creating. Okay. So all URLs inside the url.py, all the views inside the views.py we are writing. That is nothing but according to this architecture, guys. So these URLs are done right now, and these views I done now. Okay, so whatever the URL sending from the browser, that URL related view is going to be calling. Okay, that view available here executing. Okay, same flow we done here. Views we created inside the views, and URLs we created inside the URLs. And after running the server from the browser, for example Facebook URL, that is matching here guys. This is going to call Facebook view. That view matching here, Facebook view. This view going to return a response back to the browser, or else this view going to communicating templates to return presentation back to the browser. Okay, and this view guys communicating to templates, and again return communicating back to the view guys. Okay, from view to template, template to view also there, from view to model, model to view also there, from one view to another view guys. Okay, from one view to another view also possible, and from view to URL also possible, like n number of combination there guys. N number of combination there. Okay, so far we done this section guys. This section we done. Okay, okay. So our view guys, see here, whenever Facebook URL sending here, Facebook URL matching, then calling the Facebook view. In this Facebook view guys, you are writing like here logics. So this Facebook view receiving your request, receiving our request, processing that request, generating the response guys, generating the response. Okay, so our views sometimes interacted with models to managing the database. Okay, so the point you can write guys finally. So views guys, views interacting, views interacting with models. For what purpose? Managing, managing database tables guys. Managing database tables. Okay, and next guys, views interacting, views interacting with another views. Okay, views interacting with another views for for redirecting, or else for exchanging information, for exchanging information. Okay, see guys, so this view you are executing, from this view to this view we can redirect. Because of sending the Facebook URL, here this is matching, this view matching. From this view to we are communicating to YouTube view. This YouTube view return response back. Okay, like we can do from one view to another view for exchanging the information. Okay, or else for exchanging the response, we can use view to view interaction. This one, this is a view to models interaction, guys. Database managing related. And next, guys, views interacting with templates, views interacting with the templates for managing, for managing presentation logics, for managing presentation logics files. Okay, view to templates guys, nothing but this one, view to templates for managing the HTML files. Okay, views interacting with the template for managing the presentation logics of our application. Next, next guys, views interacting, views interacting with URLs. Okay, for mapping guys, for mapping between them, for mapping between them. So can see here, so every view is interacted with one URL guys. Okay, so that is for what purpose? To mapping between them. Whenever sending particular URL, particular view, we want to execute. For that purpose, we are using views to URL communication for interacting, for mapping between them. Okay, guys, all these. Okay, now views to interacting with models purpose. Models, guys, what purpose? Managing the database tables related. How to communicating view to models means using the ORM queries. Using ORM queries, we can do it, guys. Using ORM queries, view to models we can communicate in, and view to another view, one view to another view communicating purpose using redirect method is there. Using redirect method from one view to another view, we can jumping guys. We can jumping. Okay. Next, this is what view to templates guys. Render method is there. Using the render method, from view to template we can communicating guys. These all methods later we will use. Okay. Next, view to URL communication guys. View to URL purpose, path method we are using guys. Can I see here? Uh, I mean, I created here something. Using the path method, URL comma view name we are writing as okay. View to URL, view. This is what URL to view calling purpose path method we are using. So that is only given here. Views to templates, communicating render is there. View to URL communicating purpose path method is there. Okay. And response, if you want to return from view to browser guys, I told already, view receiving the request guys, view receiving the request and processing that request here logics we are writing, view receiving the request, processing that request, generating the response, return that response back to the browser. So from view to browser, from view to browser, from view to browser, from view to browser, return response purpose guys. From view to browser to return response, we are using HTTP response method. Okay, this is guys. From one view to browser, from view to browser, if you want to return the response, nothing but output, then HTTP response method we are using to return output. So this is MVT architecture with views concept guys. Okay, MVT explained, now views related also explained. So a view is nothing but a Python function or a Python class. A view taking the request as input and processing that request, generating the response, return that response. View dividing like two types in Django. In Django, how many types of views there? Question. How many types of views there in Django? Two types. What are those? Function based and class based. Function based views, how writing? These all are one word questions guys. F keyword. Class based views, how writing? Class keyword. Okay. And next, function based views, how we are calling using the URL comma views dot view name. Class based views, how calling views dot view name dot as underscore view. If you are missing this as underscore view guys, errors coming. Okay, okay now? Okay, like a number of points there guys about the views. So in this chat box guys, in this chat box, enter your email, enter your email. So far up to this guys, what we discussed, the entire documentation I'm going to share you. I'm going to share you. Theoretically read it. Theoretically read it. Everything you will you are going to be understanding. And in the next session, guys, so here class based, function based, all the views there. So some basic views we are going to be creating, and we will get our own output, guys. For example, if I'm sending home URL, welcome to home page, like we need to get it. If I'm sending contact URL, so please contact the admin page for getting more information. Like different outputs I want to return, guys. If I'm sending registration page, so like coding, guys, programmatically coding in the tomorrow session we will discuss. We have tomorrow also session, guys, and tomorrow at 10 a.m. only I will connect. Only because of my temple puja, so little bit delay happened today. That too I planned guys exact time, but suddenly my bike struck up. Okay, later so my bike I threw it side, and later by auto I came to my home, and now I'm taking class. That's why some time delay happened. Don't mind it about that. Time delay more like that. And tomorrow 10 to 11 we will discuss. Okay. So these all are basic points, guys. So you need to have good clarification here. And here right now architecture we discussed, guys. So don't worry. You don't worry, guys. So all together at a time we are not developing. So first one URL, one view. Okay, URL related here there, view related here there. After that we are running the server. From the browser we are sending URL, that is calling the view. That view executing here. That view return response back to the browser. This is some days we are doing some programs. Okay, if you are understanding this structure, then browser to URL, URL to view, view to template, view to template, template to browser. This is some days we will do. Next, guys, view to template, template to view again back. Now from here to back response. Like sections wise, guys, pieces wise we are doing. And some days, 7, 8 programs, guys, only this one we are writing without these all things. Okay, only this one and the database we are creating. And these communications we are going to be performing. How to create, how to update, how to delete like that. So once if you are understanding this database communication, then programmatically, so URL, view calling, model calling, database communication, and reverse direction. Okay, like section wise, one by one, we will discuss. And after completing each topic, yes, so some days this one, some days this one, like that we are discussing. And finally we are combining all things, and we will developing major projects. Okay, main projects we are going to be developing. So that's why don't worry, everything clearly will understanding, I'll take care. Okay, so I hope all people entered here mails. After the session completing, I'll take your mails, guys. So, and guys, I'm telling, tomorrow along with you, old people also will join. Old people also will join. Okay, already last weekend I taken batch, and same time I taken your batch. Now both are going to be merging. Okay, so maybe today link changing, and that new link sending to your mails, guys, by management team. Okay, so if new mail coming means new link, with that link tomorrow session connect, you can connect. So as soon as possible you need to do registration today, guys, if you want to continue this session. You can decide, guys. Right now almost 4 5 sessions we done. You can decide, okay, uh, this class you need to join or not. So then tomorrow programmatically project wise we are going to be discussing theoretical basic points done so far. Okay na? So if link changing tomorrow means I'm not responsible, guys. So that is decide yourself. You want to continue or not. I told already here 45 duration, 45 days duration required, 45 days. Okay, and day to day video links sharing to you, material sharing to you, and the project, guys, in the class what we are doing, these all things in the class only developing. Okay, so in the class what we are doing, these all things sharing to you, and do the practice. That's it. So guys, your senior batch, guys, your senior batch. So just 2 weeks back only I closed, guys. Just 2 weeks batch, 2 weeks back only I closed. Okay. So September only, guys. September only I closed batch. So in that batch, one person, North Indian student there, Shivam. Okay. So he selected, guys. Yesterday night only he sent me one message. So in Hyderabad location, Capgemini company he selected. Capgemini, by putting experience. Okay, but unfortunately or else job coming, that is lot. The person told me one point, what means on the AWS server, guys. Okay, this person learning Python, Django, REST API, these all things. But work maybe expecting on AWS, AWS server there, separate course, guys. Okay, so nowadays Python is common for all the languages, AWS, DevOps, robotics, deep learning, artificial intelligence. For these all courses, Python is common. Okay, so now Python with Django and REST API, these all questions asking and selecting. Finally, they told maybe very soon you are going to be work on AWS application. So this person called me yesterday, sir, I don't know anything about AWS, but company people told me you are going to be work on AWS. So can I stand here or else can I search for another job, like that asking. Understanding? So lot of opportunities there, guys. Lot of opportunities there. And morning right now 7 a.m. one batch there, not yet completed. Still sessions going, not completing. In that batch, 4 people already selected and they got offer letter also. So I'm telling this is all because of myself, not I'm telling guys. So don't take like negatively. I'm giving instructions, okay, and I'm giving information, only that one. You need to do practice day to day, okay. So perfectly, if you are learning guys every day, whatever I'm sharing concept, okay, then very soon you are going to be get successfully your life. Otherwise, some people after completing 45 days and 1 week enjoying, and later they are deciding to start reading. That is wasting time. Okay, so be ready day to day. And also I told my way of teaching, in the chat box your reply I'm expecting. You are telling correct or wrong, that is not a matter. If you are telling correct, I'm not giving any prize to you. If you are telling wrong, I'm not giving any punishment also to you. Okay, so you are getting interest guys if you are trying to give answers, and also myself getting understanding confirmation, okay, you are following or not. If not following, and I'm changing the way of teaching and I'm explaining again and again concept. That is my way of teaching here. Okay now, so one particular day middle sections, after completing some days, pure HTML, CSS, Bootstrap related also I will discuss for developing our login form, registration form, create form, update form, like these all kind of things. Okay, yes guys, thank you for this day. And if you want to ask any queries, you can ask me guys. Do you have any queries?